Hello, Will here, and today we are back in Skyrim, and we are here checking out 3 more mods for PlayStation. These ones, I think most of these ones they're going to be kind of slightly smaller mods, I believe. Apart from maybe the last one, might be a bit bigger than I think, but we'll find out. But yeah, so we're looking at some PlayStation mods today, and also do hang out till for the end, because somebody asked me about my load order, sort of like showing off what mods I have running and what my core mod list is. So which ones I tend to never to get really get rid of. So I'm gonna go for that at the end because there's not that many. There's not many core ones, but I'm gonna go for it at the end because not everyone's gonna want to watch it at the beginning. So I'll leave it to the end and advice. So if you are interested, hang around to the end or just skip to the end. It all depends. And if you're not, then hopefully you watch the rest of this video. Hopefully. Alright, we're going to move on to mod number 1, which is in Riverwood. Which is called, King's Field Armor / Weapons. So this is by Sendiner or Sandiner. I don't know how you want to pronounce that one, but it's Sandyner. But yeah, so what this basically does, this adds in a very, very tiny shop. So tiny, in fact, it's this tiny. It's part of this. Now, I don't know if they're going to do this thing where it's much bigger on the inside. I have no idea. But the shop is called is David Bunch's shop. So let's have a look. So this is the inside of the shop. So far we can go up. So it is one of these, it is one of these weird things where the cell is much bigger on the inside than the outside, but that's fine. I'm gonna take this dude's money. So obviously this guy does not miss it. Right. So upstairs, not a lot, just some money, and then we go down. There's not much here. And you go in here. And, ooh, there's not a lot in here. Oh, where's all... We got that. So where's all the stuff? Right, yeah, I don't know what the hell happened to David, but here's David. Anyway, regardless. He has literally just appeared. So, yeah, I don't know what was going on. I think it kind of bugged out a little bit. So we'll have a look. What have you got, David? Right. So you should have a bunch of stuff. So you got bow, you got crossbow. Alright, so earth carver, fire carver, iron saw, well, obviously so many things that are not right, and water carver. Okay, let's have a look. Then you got earth carver. Dagger and movement have been made by forest folk, strikes with the power of the earth. Alright, we'll take that. Dagger rumored to be made by the forest folk, strikes with the power of fire. Dagger rumored to be made by the forest folk, strikes with the power of water. Alright, so I got a couple of daggers. Iron breastplates, leather boots, leather gloves, and leather helmet. Alright, so these are nothing directly new. I mean, it's been renamed, so obviously that's on Dawn Guard. Though it's been classed as leather helmet, but these aren't exactly new, so I'm not worried about them. Right. So apparently there is supposed to be something in here. I think it said it's meant to be like a chest or something, but problem is, I don't know where it is. Oh, this is it. Ah, alright. So at least. Yes. Oh, you're gonna be spying me the whole fucking time. I'm hidden. I'm just gonna quick save here. Apparently I'm hidden. Alright, so we got Lord Muse shields, Lord Muse helmets, Lord Muse armor, Lord Muse gauntlets, and Lord Muse boots. I don't know if these are enchanted, but it looks like they are, but it also doesn't look like they are. It's kind of weird. Texture-wise, I don't know what the texture is. Oh, like a weird. I think it's meant to be I think it's a stone texture. It's either stone or metal. One of the bloody other. I'm not totally sure. Oh, I'm gonna take, and take. You saw nothing. Alright, so I'm not gonna read too much about shields and thing. You know, I don't know how many mods this person's made, so this might be still one of their like early mods. Might be one of their first ones. Texture-wise, it's like obviously, yeah, it's nothing outstanding. Obviously, you know, it's not something that's gonna blow you away. You know, but maybe you know you might decide to play, I don't know, a stone statues. Yeah, you know, I'm kind of clutching at straws because it's like, I don't want to be mean, but also it's all like, yeah, it's not blowing me away, basically, you know. And then obviously you got the weapons, which I think they're one-handed by the looks of it. Yeah, so they're, you know, they're one-handed weapons. Alright, Sven, come here. Come here, Sven.
Whoops. Don't do that. Oh!
Well, I just did.
Huh?
Okay, so... Okay, I don't know... Whee! Gerda kind of here. Oh yeah, I killed your wife, didn't I?
You think you can take me?
I'm not sure. I'm not totally sure what effect the water one exactly is doing. Because obviously, you know, there isn't any kind of like direct water magic in the game. So I don't know what effect it's doing directly, but I'm just trying to do the earth one now. Oh yeah. No time to chill, mate. Okay, I don't think the earth one is doing anything particular. Oh, maybe it's paralysis then, maybe, because it just says embry resistant paralysis. Yeah, well, no shit, dead. Oh, oh yeah. So yeah, you know, yeah, they're not blowing me away, you know. I mean, yeah, obviously, yeah, they could be a lot worse, you know. But you know, yeah, obviously, you got to say something. Yes, they could be better. But it could also be a lot worse. The little man's pulled a knife. He's pulled a knife. Anyway, so yeah, it's not. Yes, it's not the most amazing mods. Yes, in its own right, it's kind of simplistic. There is obviously a bit more to it. It's not just these things. There is some stuff in Anissa's cabin, which I think is like it's over there somewhere. I think the cabin is. And there's another location that has some items. And I think there's a couple. You might be able to do a couple more things, and you might update it as well. So yeah, it's not the most amazing mod, but it could also be a lot worse. But I understand if they're kind of still new to modding. I understand that it's like they're not going to make the most amazing things to start off with, especially since there is limitation on the PlayStation. And you know, I don't want to be too harsh, but I do also want to just make out the point that you know it's not the most amazing mod there is, but at least it works. You know, that's the thing. It works. It's not crashed the game or anything. So I think we're all perfectly fine. It will run fine on your game, no matter how many mods you have. But anyway, this was Kingfield's Armor / Weapons by Zandinier. And I will leave a link in the description below, like as I do with all other mods. Even though it's not the most kind of mod, but maybe you can have a go at it yourself. then try and find a way to contact him and let him know what you think is what things he could change, what things he could do better, what they can improve on, or what you think they would like to add, especially after you read the description. Alright, we're going to rewind time a little bit, so there be less murdered people, like this man.
What are you doing?
Oh, there you go. No, dead. So yeah, we're going to move on to mod number 2, which we may end up just starting with a new character on that, because I do need to go to the Skull Village, which I can't get to at the moment with this character. So I'll see you in mod number 2. Alright, here we are with mod number 2, which is simply just known as Spell Pack. This is by Lovely Divine. So what it does, well, do I really kind of need to explain what it does? It's called Spell Pack. But yeah, basically, so obviously what it does add in a bunch of spells. Which are in this little box here. But obviously we do need to figure out what, well, first off, I need to show where it is. So it is literally, basically pretty much straight dead on east of Skull Village, pretty much straight dead on. The good thing is though, is that at least it's very easy and out in the open, so you're not trying to spend 1,000 years trying to find the damn bloody thing. And it's right here. Let's have a look. So we've got what? So we have Absorption. This spell boosts your health, making you able to take more hits. Okay, cool. Blaze. Set your opponents alight with this spell. The flame make them writhe in agony. But alright, very apt description. Basically, they burn, and the more they burn, the more they suffer. That's basically what it's saying. Deep freeze. This spell hurts your foes with a powerful blast of ice, which also makes them slower. Detect aura. With this spell, nearby creatures, but not machines or dead, can be seen through walls. Electrocutes. This spell hurts your foes with a blast of concentrated electricity. Merchant's Trade. With this spell, your ability to harrow becomes much better, granting you better prices. Alright. Pretty cool. Soften footstep. This spell makes your footsteps light as a feather, making it easier to not be detected while sneaking. Soul Mangle. A spell that will enslave the falling and tear your enemy's soul in half. Very nice description. Ultimate Heal Ally. The best restoration spell. It is useful for when your ally is in a pinch. And then the same, basically, I think it's the same thing, but for yourself rather than a follower. But though the descriptions, some of these are very funky. The only problem is, my only small little gripe is obviously it doesn't tell you how much it does. So it's like, okay, cool description, but how much damage does it actually do? That's the only kind of like little like thing. But at the same time, it's like, you know what, screw it. We'll just have those funky descriptions. So we're just gonna do this. Right. Now the question is, it is now a question of, can I actually use any of them? That's the thing. Oh shit. Actually, how much bloody? I have 200. Whoopie doo. Okay, so I can't use that. Okay, so I can at least, for example, do Blaze. Okay, so it's not overpowered. Doesn't appear to be overpowered. This is as of yet. Hi, horse. Bird. Okay, so yeah, it's not overpowered, that one, for example. So I've got a bit. Okay, I like that. Yeah, so I mean, magic has kind of ran out, but so yeah, it doesn't appear. They don't appear to be sort of like too overpowered. That's to do with the race I'm playing as. So I gotta admit, it might be like a little bit more stronger than Flames. Like for example, Blaze might be a little bit stronger than Flames, not by a major ton, but like it's a little bit stronger. So Electrocute and Deep Freeze, they're probably a little bit stronger than their counterparts, but not overpowered. So they're still trying to keep it balanced. That is not balanced. Apprentice Spell that costs 1,068. So much for fucking balance. You know, we tried a couple of them. Just have a couple of them. So you see there, you know that. Okay, so it's strong, but again, not overpowered strong. But why are the fucking orcas pissed off? Why are you fucking pissed off? Oh, okay. Anyway, so yeah. So they don't seem to be too overpowered. Strong, yes. Overpowered, probably early game, yes. No, very early game, yes. But once you start getting to probably level 10 kind of area, they'll probably start dropping off a little bit, and then only some of them might be effective, like the Soul Mangle, because I've got a pretty feeling that might be possibly something to do with soul trapping, and that's kind of useful at any level, really. So yeah, I mean, again, it's a small little mod. Yes, it's not going to blow you out of the water, but you know, if you like magic, maybe you know, if you tend to be a bit more of a magic user, and you know, it's another set of spells to add to your collection if you are doing magic from the early game, which I think most of these will be early game. There's only a couple of them that might be useful later on in the later game. But again, this was just simply known as Spell Pack by lovely Savine. I would suggest maybe changing its name just to something else, you know. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, it doesn't have to be a crazy name, either that. But just change its name to be like, just so it gets granted a bit more, could garner a bit more interest from people possibly. I don't know. That's like the only thing I would change really. Is maybe just change the name. It can still have Spell Pack in the name. It might just be blah, 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 Spell Pack. You know, kind of thing. But either way, I'll leave a link in the description below to this one if you want to have a go with the spells yourself, or anything like that. Blah, 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 blah. You can also find lovely Savine on Cyan49's Discord. So if I remember, I'll try and maybe link to Cyan's Discord in the description below as well, if I remember. But yeah, alright. So that's it for mod number 2. Next we're going to go to mod number 3, which for that I'm going to go all the way to the goddamn bloody overstead zone. Guess what? It's time to restart the game again. Whoopie-doo. What the fucking hell happened here? Yeah. Alright, here we are with mod number 3. Kind of. The reason why I say kind of, because I still haven't actually directly found it yet. But we're going to find it in a minute, hopefully. But yeah, so mod number 3 is New Skyrim Future by MC Cat 2. Now, I think what this one does, I think it is adding in a couple of new, there's a chest somewhere. At least anyway, it's somewhere, I'm not quite sure where it is yet. Basically, it puts in, I think there's some new items, or that they're items that apparently they're kind of like hard to get or come across in the game kind of thing. So there's a way to get them, and there's also supposed to be something in Whiterun, which I'm gonna have a look at after. First of all, so I need to find this goddamn stinking chest. Now it says it's south of Iverstead, so obviously it's across the river, because obviously south is over here. Alright, so I've spent quite a bit of time searching. I have no idea if this is it. It might be. It's south enough. It's south enough of Iverstead. You know, it's pretty much south, but it's still a bit off to a degree. But anyway, I'm going to say that this is it. Again, not 100% sure, but I don't think it's anything. I definitely know it's not anything to do with the alchemist shack. I don't think it's anything to do with this dude and the rabbit. So I'm just going to. I mean, lucky enough, I could just fucking go like, right, let's make my own life nice and easy now. Fuck you. So obviously, I don't think this adds anything new, or at least not this lot anyway. Obviously, this is all stuff that's already in the game. But what it obviously is doing is that it's helping you with certain things. In this case, it's in relation to alchemy, hence why it's called World of Alchemy. So I think this is definitely part of it. So you got some skill books, which they're all to do with alchemy, and then you got gauntlets to help you with potion creation, necklace to help with potion creation, and the helmet, which then can all together will increase your potion production by 75% altogether. Well, now I'm going to take it, just because it fucking took me long enough to find this shit. You know, it took me long enough to find this shit, I'm going to fucking have a look at it. Alright. So I found the second place that I want to look at. There were some of these, what they seem to just be referred to as still bandits around. There was a couple of them that were alive. Some of them did also seem to be a bit dead. I don't know if they were just dead straight off the bat or something went wrong. I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, one thing to point out with this is in the description of the thing, it says southwest of Whiterun. It's not so much southwest, it's more northwest, because it's here. So it's a bit more northwest than it is southwest. So that's why it took me a little bit longer to actually find it, because I was looking in completely the wrong area. But yeah, so I think this is this little cottage. I don't know if the cottage can be used as a player space. I think it can be, or it can be used for a follower. But I'll look inside. Milo's cottage.
What was that?
Oh. Yeah, okay, there's a few more still bandits here.
What are you doing? I cannot best you.
No, you can't. Nobody can. Screw you. Elara. Of course it. There we go. Okay, I wasn't actually expecting the bandits to be in here as well. Let alone the amount. Okay, well, I think Milo here was just meant to be a follower, but I kind of killed him. Not that it really makes too much of a difference to me, as I'm not gonna be using him anyway. But if you're lucky, you might be able to keep him alive, and then I think it does say that he can be a follower. I don't know. Elara, I mean, she was already dead by when I even got in here. So I'm pretty sure. I think probably story-wise, it's probably Elara. She's meant to be like Milo's wife or something. I think probably. What's this? The Valor are still in shadow. I don't know. Stormblade Outlaw. Stormblade, Burn, Blackthorns, Garrick, Stormblade. I think this might have something to do with one of the other things that is in this mod, because there's meant to be something in Whiterun or another thing in Whiterun or around Whiterun. That might actually have something to do with it as well. Oh, there's a letter here. orders. Track down that scoundrel Milo, the wretched cur. He's holed up in the forsaken hovel to the south of the Whiterun. Seek him out and put an end to his treachery. Consult Korok Ironclad for further instruction. Clev Blood Raven. I'm sorry, but I can't take you seriously if you've got a name called a name like Clev. But you got you? I'll take your thing. A note from Clev. We'll have a read of that anyway. So yeah, I don't. Yeah, the house itself isn't going to be excessively useful. But it did say that you could make a couple of things. So you might be able to make more stuff as you progress through your blacksmithing. Because I don't have that many things at the moment, so. But I think it does say in the description that the tannin rack you can create more stuff with it. So let's have a look at that. Let's have a quick look at this note. Wherever it was. Oh, this one? Yeah. Korag Ironclad. Milo, once a trusted brother, has forsaken our creed. He absconded with our forest riches. Where? And turned his back on our pact, leaving us in the wake of see. Your hand remains steady, your grip unwavering. Lead a crew to Milo to his hideaway southwest of Whiterun. Again, it's northwest, but hopefully MC Cat does see this and he can possibly make those changes, because it is northwest and not southwest. Oh, but anyway, so no, Milo to southwest Whiterun. And deliver the unrelenting justice he so rightly deserves. Seek me for further instructions. Blood Raven. Okay, so obviously, I think the thing in Whiterun is in relation to this Clev Blood Raven. But I'm gonna save that for another video. Not another video. Basically, I'm going to save that for you lot to look into yourselves. Yeah, you know, I don't want to show off everything, you know. But, you know, you got a little taste of this mod, and then you've also got a little bit of mystery in the ways of who the hell is Clev Blood Raven? Basically. But yeah, so I don't know how much more there is to this one after the Clev Blood Raven aspect of it. But I don't think there's much more because it's not very big file size, so I can't see it being excessively much more. But you know, it's a little fun mini adventure for you to go on. But again, this was New Skyrim Future by MC Cat 2. And of course, I'll leave a link in the description below to this mod itself if you want to have a look at it. And then finish it off with find out who the hell Clev Blood Raven is. Alright, so I was going to do the load order thing. I'm still going to do it. So at the end of this video, I'm still going to sort of like talk about my load order a little bit. Well, my mod list, more load order. But I kind of thought to myself, for the first three, I don't know, they were kind of like a little bit lackluster-ish for a video. I mean, they're still going to be in the video, so no, I'm not going to not show them. But I wanted to add something else. I wanted to add something that had a bit more, though I might not show obviously all of it off, but it's designed to have a bit more body to it. So, what we have as a bonus mod is Minerva's Apothecary by Orion Kiso. Now, there's a lot of text in the description, so I'm not going to try and explain everything, because I didn't read all of it. But basically, this is definitely, obviously, since it's an apothecary, it's obviously designed more for the alchemist of all of us. And I think, so that's this building in for, as an example. You got this building, there is a couple of other things as well, which I might have a look into as well, but I'm not going to obviously show everything off. So just to show you where this is on the map, it's right here. So it's just a bit north of Riverwood, There is a map marker on the map when you first download the mod, but it's not discovered. So you will have to go and discover it, but you can at least see where you need to go. But as you can see, it's basically just it's a little bit north of Riverwood, so it's not that far from a mainstay area. So we're gonna have a look around here. Now, what if I activate this door? What happens? And then we end up here. So that cabin's kind of a red herring. Basically, the cabin means jack shit. But go for the door.
If you're looking for potions, I think I can be of service.
And here we are, and there we are. Here we find Minerva. So now it has a bit more bulk, but it does have its own kind of fast travel system. As you can see, we got to Markarth, to Whiterun, to Skyrim, Riften, Solitude. The ones that say Skyrim are going to be places like Morthal, Falkreath, anywhere that doesn't have its own loading screen. So it's basically any city that isn't walled off will say Skyrim. So, but you do have these little signs up here as well, which are very deceiving. So at least we know that goes to Winterhold. That goes to Dawnstar, for example. So a nice fast travel system. Simple. I think there was random people don't know it. Okay, see you later. Even they're using it apparently. There is meant to be something in the cities. I might have a look at one of them because apparently there's something in the city, I think. But I'll have to have a look. So let's have a look. Do you have anything unique, Minerva?
Few can resist my charms. Even fewer are worthy of them.
But she can become a follower. So that's useful.
So you're interested in my potions and ingredients?
Well, I would be interested in seeing your face, but you kind of stood behind the shelves. Let's have a look. Filter and a phantom appear spectral for 30 seconds. You can't normally tend to make that. I think that's from just a particular side quest. So look, anything else? I don't think there's anything newish there. Few scrolls, a whole bunch of ingredients. Minerva's potions, I do have enough to buy that, so we've got a couple of spells, elemental bolt and elemental explosion for 20 points of magic damage and half as much to stamina. Deals shot on impact, benefits from perks affecting fire, shot and frostbound damage. Oh, that's pretty funky. Minerva's Shade. I'm gonna guess that's just basically it's a spectral version of Minerva, just to sort of like help you fight. And water breathing, well, it's pretty much what it says on the tin. It helps you breathe on the water without drowning like a dead rat. Baroness Potion recipe, Fear Poison recipe, Minerva's Potions. Now that is expensive. That's an expensive book, and I don't know why. But I'm bloody curious to find out why, so I'm going to buy it and waste a ton of money for no reason, apparently. Possibly. God, that cost me a lot of money for a book. And then it's a base step. So she's saying a couple of unique-ish things, as well as obviously some of the basic stuff as well. We'll have a look at that book in a minute. We're going to have a look around the rest of here. I think there's meant to be you got a bunch of planters. You got the Akabiri Katana, which is very damaging.
That are useful for making potions,
but then that might just be because of the armor I've got on. Is that okay? I think that chest. I don't think you can open that chest. I think. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I just brought the book and it's right freaking here. Jesus Christ. Can I take it? Yeah. Well, at least it's got a bunch of things. Oh dear. I mean, lucky enough, I've got my. I can waste the money. That's fine. It's fine. I don't mind. I fucking hate my life. Anyway, let's have a look. So obviously, it looks like it's a bunch of potion recipes. I don't know. I don't know if they are they unique ones. No, I don't think they're unique for this mod. I think it's just here's some recipes to help you. Things so you don't have to keep trying to find them randomly. You know, here's what you know. Do these straight off the bat. Bosh. Nice handy guide if you're just starting out. Curse ring of potency and curse ring of erudite potency. Huh? Why is it cursed though? I'm not going to wear it straight away, but wearing this ring enhances base magic regeneration, blood magic. Wearing this ring, your magicka will replenish as from a wellspring of Furious. But why is it cursed? That's what I want to know. Why is it cursed? Oh well, we'll come back to that. Yeah, I still can't believe I bought the bloody book off you. Cursed amulet of influence. Okay, okay. And increase speech skill by 50 points for 100% better. Again, why are they cursed? What makes them cursed? Okay, so you do have a bunch of like things you can also pick up that do help that aren't not every. Oh my god. Alchemy amulet of strange craft. Creative potions are 18,000% more powerful. Yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, so that's obviously gonna fucking make it completely and utterly unbalanced. Another one.
I hope nobody misses that.
Who said that? Who are you? Where did you come from? Yeah, run up. Why are you knocking over the basket? Oh, I don't know. Rude man. Okay, so yeah. So you've got... oh, hello. More stuff in here. Lovely. So yeah, you do have a... You do find a bunch of very useful and what could be potentially powerful artifacts. That's weird. But also funky. We like funky. Alright, what's upstairs? All just basic stuff, tavern clothes. And here some more random. Then you got transmute, you got transmute spell. More clothes, an empty chest. Okay, why is there so many clothes? Okay. Either Minerva has well travelled through into around the realms of jobs. She's been in the Thieves Guild, she's been in the Dark Brotherhood, the college. Or Minerva's a psychotic hoe. Alright, so I end up here. Okay, so you got a little sign door. And we're on this side of the bridge. Okay, cool. Nice. Yeah, a nice little fast travel point. So obviously you get a whole bunch of fast travel points. But yeah. I wanted to add one more in because I wasn't too happy with the first three being just them being the video. So I thought I'd add the fourth one in. Even these guys seem to possibly use it a little bit as well, which is kind of odd, but kind of useful, I suppose. But yeah, so yeah, I actually quite like that one. I might actually keep that. I might actually this might actually might stay within my load order now. I think I might mod this because it's useful. It has its practical use. It's got some other little bonuses as well. So yeah, I think it's here to stay. I think. But yeah, so that was Minerva's Apothecary for Orion Kisa. And yeah, that was just a general quick rundown of it. And yeah, I think it's not too shabby, that one. As the same with all the others, there will be a link in the description below to the mod itself if you want to add it to your mod list. And again, with the other 3 mods that also feature in this video, they will also be in the description below for their links as well, if you want to add them into yours as well. But anyway, we're going to move on to the last part of this video, which is basically I'm just going to quickly go over my mod list and sort of like kind of point out the ones that I would normally tend to just keep running, and probably that's it. So I'll see you in my list. Alright, so here is my load order, my mod list. Obviously not all of these will be staying, some of these will eventually be deleted. But yeah, so I'm just going to quickly go down the ones that I've got and let you know if it's one that I will always use, always have, or if it's just one that's temporarily staying. And I might also go through, show you some of the ones that I've had before, and say which ones that I would suggest trying, kind of thing. You know, we'll extend this segment out a little bit. So obviously I've got the unofficial Skyrim patch and the unofficial Creation Club patch. I know not everyone would use these, and not everyone likes them. For me, they do stay on, but that's mainly because like sometimes I come across like I'll have problems with like mannequins or stuff like that, and then all of a sudden next thing I know, the game's crashing, this and the other, I put this on and it kind of stops it a bit. It's not a permanent fix, but it kind of helps it a little bit. But I know that these kind of unofficial patches, there'll always be those that people will use, and then there'll always be people who are like, nah, I don't touch them. But for me, they will remain in my mod list. Spell package from this video, that probably will eventually disappear. Probably because I don't use a lot of magic in the game, so that probably will disappear. We've got haste. This one is also part of my core thing. I'm not going to explain about all of it, what it does, because it's quite a bit. But you know, obviously, if you see it, you can have a look for yourself, or you can pause the video whilst I got on here, just so you can see what it does, to then see if you actually want to have it yourself or not. This is kind of a new one that I've put on, which is just basically more blood and gore, because I'm an asshole and I like sick shit. But no, I've started to use this one because it's just like, yeah, why not, kind of thing. That will probably remain in my mod list. Immersive realism archery. This is another new one that I've kind of basically added in fairly recently, and it will be staying in. Now, in the ways of my actual load order, I will say my load order is probably not perfect. There's probably mods that are going to be in the wrong place, but at some point I'm going to tidy it up. But yeah, so immersive realism archery, that's another one. There's this version. I think there's also a light version of this as well, but I just have the normal version. Mods of Skyrim. That's another one that's going to be part of my core mod list. I don't know if it's still being worked on. I'm not entirely sure just of yet. I mean, because it's on version 102. But this one is I would definitely recommend this one if you want the game to feel, especially when you're obviously out in the wilds, so to speak. If you want it kind of to feel more alive, because like in the Minerva section of the video, when I was showing obviously Minerva's apothecary, that traveling merchant, I'm pretty sure that's part of Wild for Skyrim, because it adds in stuff like that, people, animals, stuff like that. So it adds that kind of thing in. But it adds in a whole bunch of other stuff. But as you can see, there's a lot of stuff. So I'm not going to go over it, but it does a lot, as you can see. It does a lot. But I definitely recommend it. Rich Merchants, I made this one. If you're a person who does a lot of adventuring in the game, you do a lot of dungeon diving and robbing people and whatever sort of thing, blah 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 blah. This one, yeah, you may as well have it. May as well add it in. I'm probably gonna keep it just on purpose of because it's useful. It's a useful one. It's not the most impressive thing. It's a very basic one, but it's fairly useful. So I would recommend keeping it as part of a core mod list. Darts White Market. This one, let's speak. A lot of the mods you're going to see in this are actually ones that are going to stay. So, for example, I'm going to turn this one off because that's one that I'm not going to keep. So for everything else, I'm keeping, and it would be part of my core list. Because you got this one, it's port, but it creates a bit more life outside the city of Whiterun. The house that Time built, this one, it's not part of it. It's one of mine, but you know, it's not one that I would say it was not going to be part of my core mod list. I can easily play the game without this one, but I just have it on because I wanted it for a player house, basically. Because it's a big house and it has a lot of nice stuff in it. But it's one that I could easily get rid of if I wanted to. Water Stake Wagons and Village Overhaul. Another one that will probably remain in my core list. Just because it kind of expands a little bit on Warwickstead, makes it feel a bit more alive, adds a bunch of trees and a bit more structure and stuff like that. Just makes it a bit more villagey. Kingsfield Armor and Weapons, this is one that will be removed. Yeah, it's just on purpose because I'm not going to use it myself, personally, But it's there. Dragonbridge South, this is another one that will remain within my core mod list because it just expands Dragon's Bridge a little bit and adds a bit to it, so it's pretty useful, pretty nice to have. Carol's Simple Solitude Docks. It's another one that would be part of my core mod list because it's a small expansion to the docks in Solitude. You know, again, doesn't do anything crazy, but at least, you know, it adds a couple of things to see, adds in a few things here and there kind of thing. So, you know, it's just nice to have in the core mod list. The Lehavia Kisat Company. It's one of mine, but it is also one that I will keep in my mod list. In my core mod list. Two reasons. One, because of the banking system. By the fact that it's got cloud storage for banking system. But you don't have to use the cloud storage just for money. You can use it for whatever you want. But also, I'm going to keep it because for the kind of like the essence of realism. Because obviously with this one, the gold now has weight. So you know, adds that kind of essence of realism to the game a little bit. So it's one of my creations that will be part of my own core list. There's only a couple of mine that I would keep in the core list. Armor at the God King. This one is one that I can easily turn off and I can have off, I can have on, doesn't matter. I've only got it's primarily on just for the sake of doing mod reviews because the last thing I want to do is be there forever trying to beat shit into something. So it's like, just have that, kill it quickly, get it over and done with, show off the mods, whatever. So it's only on for convenience, but if I was to redo my mod list, this is one that would probably disappear. New Skyrim Future, this is one that obviously is no one that's going to disappear. Just because it was just for a review to that in this video, and that's it. No, obviously not saying it's a bad mod or anything like that. It's not one that's going to be part of my core list. Minerva's Apothecary, that might actually now become part of my core list, or at least it's definitely going to hang around for a while. Whether it's going to be part of the core, I don't quite know yet, but it's definitely going to at least hang around for a bit. Adventurers Weapon Pack version 2. This is another one of mine, which is part of my Adventurers Weapon Pack series. This is one that I will keep on as well. All the Adventurers Weapon, the entire Weapon Pack Adventurers Weapon Pack series will remain part of my core mod list. Just because it's like, you know, if I do want to do stuff with magic, I got 29 spells to choose from. There's a whole bunch of other shit to choose from with this one, as well as I could possibly also look at some other ones as well. And then the Weapon Pack version 3, which is the race packs. This is another one that will also be part of the core mod list, especially with my file now, because it does use one of these races. Because my character is a Chikiniki, so kind of need to keep this one on. So it is now part of me core mod list. Samurai Shari Out of Paradise. This is one that it's not going to become part of my my sort of like core mod list, but this is one that I want to keep on. So I do want to see how this one potentially progresses over time. So it may come back in a future video. It just depends on if work carries on with it, basically. Mythic Dawn Armor. I'm probably going to keep this one in my core list. Core list. whatever the English of it is. It's kind of a new this one that was in the last video. But I quite like how the armor looks, so I'm actually going to keep it. And I know it's been updated recently with basically that it's like a light. I think it's got a light version on it now. I think it got recently updated. So it had a light version. I think it had a light version of the spell added in. We got the Adventures Weapon Pack 1 version 1. Again, it's just one of my ones, but it's going to be part of my core mod list. So actually, I'm going to turn that off for now. So then just do a quick recap, just to show you what ones are part of the core mod list. So this one's going to be one. A nice little tidbit for this one is that I am planning to do another update to this one, possibly in the near future. That will add in it'll add in a few more new weapons. Well, be like 5 or 6 new weapons, 1 or 2 new armor sets. This is one of those ones that it's probably going to for a bit of time always get a small little update to it, but it'd be like an update every now and then. It's not going to be too frequent. So keep an eye out for that, because I am planning a small little update for this one. Bridges of Skyrim. Another one, I'm going to probably keep it in my core mod list on premise, because it just makes some of the bridges look a bit nicer, brings a bit more life to the land kind of thing, in the ways of like the bridges are different. There's different types of bridges, different looks, So it's a nice little one to have in. Faster leveling. I do have that just as part of my core mod list, because I can't bother to grind for ages for levels. So just have that on. Bosh. Lancers of Skyrim again. Basically, it's another one that will be part of my core mod list, just because it just adds a bit more aesthetic to the game. Ring of Unlocking. This is technically one that I could live about, but I might keep it just in case if there's ever a time when I do get a mod and I can't find the key. So it probably will remain a part of my core mod list for that reason. Wear multiple rings, again, this is just because it's useful, so it'll be part of my core mod list. Relocate NPC, yes, definitely part of my core mod list on the premise of, because it's extremely bloody useful. And the best way to get around the issue of not being able to get followers into modded homes. Fast alternate start, core mod list, because it just gets you do want to start again. It's quick and easy, bosh, simple. This is one I could live about. I just have it on because it's like, it's just nice to have some slightly different load screens, but it is one that I could easily live about, or I can easily remove from my core mod list. Point away, that one's just, again, it's another aesthetic one, so it would be part of the core mod list. No other reason than just because of the aesthetic. Various Dragons, another one. Core mod list because it just brings nice variation with the dragons. So it's not always the same looking dragon all the time, every single time. You know, it's just like nice. Better AI combat. I don't know. I might. It's one of those ones where it's like I haven't really noticed that much of a difference. It might be because it's in the wrong area. I'll have to move this one around a little bit, I think. Otherwise, I might just get rid of it, to be honest. Multiple system core, because it's just nice to be able to have more than one follower. Rain and snow effects, yeah, it's like, yeah, it's nice to have a little bit of like, give a bit of an aesthetic again. Eruption, one eruption, yeah, I'm gonna keep this. This will remain in my core mod list until I think because I've given B Very They the permission to use this in, I think I don't know which one it is. I don't know if he's already done it or if he's still waiting to be done. I'm not 100% sure. But I think, I've given B Very They, if you know the mod author, permission to use this in some kind of like bundle mod that I think he was working on. It's sort of like one like this kind of style one, but Eruption is going to be part of it, kind of thing. But I don't know if he's already done it or if it's still a work in progress. I'm not 100% sure on that. But until then, this will be remaining in my core mod list. Talking to Be Very They, his 13's Agalma Infinium core mod list. This will remain as it is. It's not all Be Very They because he's just put it together. But it has had some work put in from some other creations from other people have added stuff in for him to use. And then better sounds and settings. It's just a kind of a newish one I put in, which I might need to move it. I'll have to have a look, but anyway, I'm going to keep it in my core mod list because if it changes the sound and makes it a bit better, or it fixes any kind of bloody sound bugs or anything like that, why the hell would I not have it? And that's it. So, yeah, most of the mods that I have are going to be basically in the core mod list. Because that's the thing. Despite the fact that I keep doing mod videos, I don't have a lot of mods. Well, I say I don't have a lot of mods. I just don't go downloading tons and tons and tons and tons of mods. Most of the mods that I do in my doing my mod review videos, most of them eventually do get removed. But in a way, so their order, don't follow directly what my order is, because I'm pretty sure I probably got one or two in the wrong place. But right, that's basically that's basically that list. If for anyone who is curious about it, if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments below, and I'm more than happy to answer them. But right, gonna get out of here. Done with this. This video is done for now. Alright, so until next time, I'll see you all later.